If you have ADHD, there is a really good chance that you have heard of ADHD tax. And if you haven't heard of ADHD tax, what it basically means is that ADHDers tend to pay a higher price than neurotypical people because of the isms of our ADHD. And today I want to go over 5 ways ADHD tax might be impacting your life and has impacted my life. And I want to give you one solution for each of those ways so that the ADHD tax is at least lessened in your life if it's something that you struggle with. For anybody who doesn't know me, hello, my name is Sara Kelly. I'm an ADHD mindset coach, and I come out with videos every single week on everything ADHD and the isms that pair with having ADHD. If you're not already following my channel and this kind of content interests you, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you never miss a video from me. The first ADHD tax that I'm going to share with you is one that you might not be thinking of, but it definitely manifests for so many of us, and that is misplaced items. Today I want to talk about more of those smaller misplaced items, because when we cannot find our keys and we have to go somewhere at the last minute, then we are going to be late. Same with our phone, our glasses, important little things like that that we really need to have every single day. My tip for misplaced smaller items, at least, is to get a roll of painter's tape because it won't damage surfaces. When you put your phone down or your glasses down, pick one surface in each room of your home and make an X marks the spot. By doing this, then you go into, say, the living room and you want to put down your phone, you put it in the same spot, maybe a side table or a coffee table. This way, when you are running a little bit late and you need to run out the door right away, you can check every room of your house for the phone, but you're not going to have to check in the cushions of the couch and underneath furniture and in pockets, because you will have developed the habit, this does take a little bit of discipline, of putting your phone or your glasses or your keys in the same spot every time. This has been a game changer for me. I no longer have painter's tape on surfaces in each room of my house, but I did for over a year, and it really, really helped me out, and I hope it helps you as well. The second ADHD tax that we can pay is with procrastination. Procrastinating on paying bills, procrastinating on answering emails. These kinds of things can cost us a lot of money. My tip to remedy procrastination is when you go to the mailbox, open your mail right away, or set an appointment with yourself. Maybe every Friday afternoon you have in your calendar from 12 to 1 o'clock or whatever time works for you to open all of your mail and deal with it. Now, if you're anything like me and you forget to pay bills, or if mail sitting on the counter as a visual reminder doesn't work because it just starts to blend into the background, set up as many automatic payments as you can. You can do this with phone bills, hydro bills, cable bills, internet bills. The more of your life that, comes out financially that is on auto pay, the less you have to depend on your working memory. And ADHDers absolutely struggle with working memory. It is part of our executive dysfunction. And my final tip with procrastination is, if there is a task that is absolutely painful for you to do, for me, it's my taxes, try to do that painful task when you are already full of a little bit of dopamine. Maybe you just exercised or went for a walk or did something to fill up your cup, or picking the time of day where you shine. I myself am a morning person. I am on my A game from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Whereas I love to go to bed early, I get burnt out throughout the day. So doing something mundane like paying my taxes or paying bills after 4 p.m., that's not my prime time. So I try to not do anything that is going to cost me extra executive function and dopamine that I just don't have readily available. Number 3 for the ADHD tax is missed appointments. Things like doctor's appointments, dentist appointments often incur charges if you miss those appointments, and sometimes it's hard to get back in to see these types of people. Again, this comes down to our poor working memory. Embrace the calendar, embrace the reminders. Ask these places, doctor's office, dentist's office, to send you an email, a text, or a phone call reminder if that service is available. This has absolutely cost me and my family, almost everyone in my family has ADHD, both my kids and my father, a ton of money because, for example, my son missed a dentist appointment recently and there is a $45 charge for that. So embrace the calendars. I know everyone tells you to do it, but the less you depend on your working memory and the more you can depend on systems, the less ADHD tax you will pay. Now, number 4 for the ADHD tax is probably the most common one, and that is impulsive spending. We are notorious for being impulsive spenders because shiny new bright objects give us a ton of dopamine. I do have a couple of tips for that. One is to take off all credit cards, Apple Pay from your phone, from Amazon or any of your favorite shopping sites. And then the next tip is to utilize the power of the pause. I talk about the power of the pause in some of my emotional dysregulation videos, as well as my RSD video. But with the power of the pause, you give yourself a little bit of time between wanting the thing and purchasing the thing. Giving yourself time and space hopefully will allow you to make really good financial decisions for yourself. And another really great way to cut down on impulsive spending is to set up a budget. Know what's coming into your bank account every month and what is going out of your bank account every month, and then set up an allowance so that you don't get caught up in impulse spending and that famous dreaded buyer's remorse. And the final way that many ADHDers pay the dreaded ADHD tax is through our social connections. We forget to text people back. We forget people's birthdays, anniversaries, and important dates. And we also have a real out of sight, out of mind phenomenon that is so true for many of us. The way to remedy this is to, again, when that text message comes in, just respond to it as quickly as you can, or make a note to remember to call that person back. Have a reminder in your phone for your loved ones' birthdays. And when you do forget, apologize. I'm sorry, I forgot. I think sometimes just owning our mistakes and showing a little bit of remorse and compassion and validation of other people's feelings creates connection, trust, and shows love for the people who we care about. Now, just a little bit of a bonus when it comes to social connections is because of our working memory issues and also because our brain is moving so quickly, some ADHDers do interrupt when they are in a conversation and they're supposed to be listening. We tend to want to interrupt because we're scared we're going to forget what we are going to say. If you do interrupt, again, apologizing, just letting them know that you were excited to share your thoughts and you know that interrupting is rude, and trying to make a habit of letting other people finish what they have to say before interjecting absolutely does show the person that you're with that you care about them and that you're not trying to monopolize a conversation. And again, I think that our intentions are really good when we're doing this, but it's not always received well. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I really enjoyed researching this one because I hadn't thought about some of these ways where ADHD tax really plays a massive role in our life, and it absolutely does. This video has just taught me so much. If you're not already following my channel, if you haven't already liked this video, please do so. Subscribe, like, share, and I will see you next week in the next video.